It took them all day. Those birds, they worked their way back, but you drop birds.
We dropped birds.
Hey, you want me to tell you something?
So, okay.
Can I get an edge word in here? We understand this. You're down about 30 birds.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's good. But you know what? It's okay. You're new at this. Let it go.
Yeah. So then this weekend, I had this little Cooper. I think it was a Cooper or goshawk.
No, I think it was a kestrel.
No, it wasn't.
Bigger.
It was the male of the two. The hen is larger.
Yeah.
This guy was about this big. He come through there. He didn't hit. It was almost like he was teasing him. He landed up on a tree right on the side of the property, and he just kind of looked. But meanwhile, just spooked.
Well, I'll tell you, we let out the
there goes a bird over there,
over
there.
The green giants. I let them out on Wednesday or Thursday. They went out, and I had a bird the other day reported in Bowmanville, a Upper Canada loft bird from Derek Tavares. First time up, it ended up in Bowmanville. The shit got scared out of it that bad.
First time up.
Flew
30 miles east.
No, Bowmanville's got to be 45 miles.
Is it?
From here, sure.
Oh, yeah, it's the other side of Oshawa.
But guys, this is what we're saying. Please, don't judge you got to have some luck on breaks, eh? You really have to have luck on the break. You can have a good day, you can have a bad day, but don't judge your program on, hey, I sent them the Pioneer, or I sent them to the Hoosier, or I sent them this way, that way. I lost them all. Now, if you send to 6-7 races out of the same pair, or you send to 4 races all out of the same pairs of pigeons, and you lose them all, well, maybe there's a problem, right? But I'm just saying, look at how quick that happened, eh?
Well,
40 miles away.
I had some birds came back that I would never thought they would come back.
Yeah, I had the same thing.
And I think what happens there is sometimes you get the older birds that are a bit too strong, but mentally they're not.
You know what? You know what I noticed? The birds we got that are older,
right?
They have a lot of extra fat on them. Okay, the birds that came to me in April? Guys had sent them to me that were hatched in January. Lots of fat. So when we let them out, there was like literally very little movement. Like they had a hell of a time getting up to the house roof. Okay. The birds that came on the last week, a lot of them are younger.
Yeah.
Some of them were 8 weeks old, 6 weeks old.
Yeah.
They don't put the same fat on, eh? They don't put the fat on in the loft. Because all of a sudden they're here for 10 days. You open them up and you let them out. The first 3-4 days they're here, they're kind of not on your system, so you know how much food they eat. They don't eat much. They lose the weight. The next thing you know, 6-7 days later, you let them out, and that's where Tavares bird, light, strong, nice pigeon, up and gone, blowing in the wind. Take it away, Leah.
But you get a heavier bird goes out, and if he gets scared, and he flies 3 miles that way, and he's puffing, and he lands.
But a lighter bird's going to go further.
Oh, go further, yeah.
Leah? Sorry.
I have.
We were talking.
That's okay. I've fixed the issue on YouTube, so if anybody likes to watch on YouTube, because they like to put it on their television,
Go ahead.
Now go on over to YouTube, and we're hooked up there. No questions tonight. It's a quiet audience.
Well, hey, you know what? This weekend, we're having a Pioneer meeting, Pioneer Club meeting for club members and for people who want to become club
Pioneer
members.
get-together?
Get-together. Yeah. We're putting a little barbecue on. We got the filet mignon. We got the lobster tails, the macaroni and cheese. We got carrot cake. We got the whole kit and caboodle here at the Pioneer Village. Cornhole's going to be on display. We're going to have a club meeting. Now, our club meetings are going to be a little different than other clubs because we like to get people involved. We're going to be talking about things like our 1-bird race series, our 2-bird race series, our 5-bird 9-week knockout series. Things like that will be on the menu. People can buy into it. If they have questions. Also, we're going to be doing the benzing demonstration to show how the benzing clock works. That's why this week we're getting you hooked up in it.
If I can say something.
Go ahead, Ricky. Please keep it in.
People in other clubs, if they're a little bit interested in this benzing clock, and you don't quite understand what's going on, you think that this advertisement has to be like a lot of baloney. Oh, it can't be like that. Can't be like that. Just for fun, come on down, take a look how it's going to work,
Mm.
and and see it, because you know.
Seeing is believing.
Yeah.
And can I ask you something? I told people this isn't a sales pitch. If you buy the Benzing clock from us,
Right.
and you don't like it, it's not what we say it is.
Right.
I will pay double for the clock and buy it back. But you got to be honest.
Okay, so wait a minute. So in other words, if you say it's going to do this, it's going to do that,
Mhm.
and if it doesn't do what you said,
Mhm.
you'll give people
and
double their money.
You're not happy. You're not happy with it. It's a you say, "Oh, Ryan, this thing's a piece of shit."
Right.
I'll give you double the money for it.
Frank
Go ahead,
Eichhorn
Leah.
says, put me down for 4. I'm not sure if he means 4 clocks or if
4
he means
clocks.
4 people are coming on Saturday. If you guys are tuned in and you are coming on Saturday, can you please let me know how many people are coming, just so I can get a head count for the food, for the barbecue? It's kind of hard for me to buy stuff when I don't know if there's going to be 5 people or there's going to be 25 people. So if you could let me know, I would appreciate it.
All I want to say is we have lots of parking. You're welcome to come,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to talk to people. We're going to look at the clocks. We're going to
have the bird.
feel
We're gonna have the
comfortable.
bird. We're gonna have the birds out. We're gonna have a club meeting. We're gonna talk about that one bird league. It's never been done here, eh? A one bird league.
Yeah,
So
we're
how does
gonna
that
talk.
one bird league work?
We're gonna talk about the one bird league and the two bird league and all the leagues we're flying this year. Also, we're going to talk about releasing and shipping nights and what days people prefer to do your shipping night and releases and who we're going to release with and if we're going to release with anybody. And we're going to get everybody's thoughts and opinions on that, and we're going to make the decision as a club as a whole.
That sounds good. So what you're saying is, if we number one, I'd like to say one thing, that we will 100% invite any other combine to release with us. We are greeting with open hands to come and release behind our transporter.
With us, not
With
behind.
us.
With
No,
us.
come and release with
Wow.
beside
You're giving
our
stuff away.
transporter.
That's
I'm
good.
saying the sky has no limit, and if any other combines feel a little bit shy, please do not feel shy. We are inviting you to participate and release beside our transporter.
And this is the same thing with this meeting we're talking about. You don't have to be a Pioneer member to come and participate. You can come. We want you to feel comfortable here. So come on down. Don't be shy.
I think it's for, people who may be on the fence about joining the Pioneer Club. It's sort of like a Pioneer open house where you are able to come and meet our great group of members that we have currently and see if it's a nice fit for you. We're not the kind of club that asks for what do you call it, a letter, or you got to fill out a resume, or,
wait. With your letter, we need $85 or we won't accept you. Man, this sport's dying quick.
All I'd like to say is, if you want to come on over this weekend, please come on and enjoy yourself. And if you are shy of presenting your face, just put a paper bag over your head, cut a couple holes in it, and that's it. Do me a favor. Do not put plastic bags over your head, because they just don't work.
And you want to know what? I don't want to hear another thing. I don't want to hear an excuse. I heard a lot of this, eh? We're flying Englehart this weekend. The birds will be home at 2. I don't have the time. clock your first bird in, have your feed, your water out. Come on down. Think outside the box. For this one time, think outside the box. Give me a little bit of steam off your piss, as I
Excuse
say.
me 1 minute.
If
you had a benzene clock,
you don't have to be there.
You don't have to tell any excuses anymore. I can't make the wedding because I got to wait for pigeons. If you got a benzene clock, you're all right.
Because it tells you when you're getting
automatically.
The pigeons.
Yeah, you're all right. Oh, I can't go to the funeral because I got to clock birds. Wait
Yes,
a minute.
okay,
If
let's
you had
move
a
on to the
benzene
comments.
clock, you know what I'm saying, eh?
Could
you understand what I'm saying?
Could you take that hat off? You're a different person tonight. Go ahead, Leah.
Well, don't tell me, Bo.
Okay, so we have a comment from Mike Vanderyak, and he says Jack Reacher's nestmate is on Curly's race team. One off the second round is in the Niagara One Loft race, and the other is on the race team. The third round is on my race team, and the fourth round is in Neil's One Loft race. Well, you're really spreading them around, and you're doing great this year, Mike, in the Pioneer. Well done to you. Dave Ottaway says, how many shippers for the Pioneer are you hoping for if all get their birds ready? So I think he might be asking, like, how many members we have?
We're going to have, I would believe, between 10 and 15 guaranteed members. Again, we got Tony Elvis. He's going to fly a series. I'm going to name names that I know.
Okay.
Tony Elvis, Gerard Van Dyke, Mo, Robert Rohde, Mike Van Kempen,
Henry.
Henry. I don't want to forget Henry. I'm not forgetting you. Dan Horner and Dave Booth. I don't know if they're flying one team or two teams.
Tony.
Tony Mashallah. Yeah, I think Tony's flying. Another Tony.
Yeah.
You, me.
Yeah, that's 10.
That's 10.
Me.
Leah, the flying bitches. Now we're at 11. So we're moving up, and I know there's more guys. I know Rick Fife wants to fly. Ian Sybil wants to fly.
I know Sharif and Joe. I don't know their last names.
Are they flying?
Yeah, they work for.
It don't matter where they work
VP
for.
Paving. Yeah.
Did you say Mo?
Yeah, Mo. There's 11 or 12 guys, 13 guys. We're opening it up. Oh, Crozier.
Dave
Crozier's going to be here. If Dave's not here, I'm going to go pick him up every week. He'll be here.
So I'm thinking of other.
Now, Ricky Cruz is a member. However, he will be racing, I guess, with.
Did you mention
Ricky? Do me a favor, Ricky. Come and play with the kids that like to have fun. You're gonna have more fun here.
Okay, you didn't mention Ricky Cruz.
No, because I don't know if he's flying here or not. He's a member.
What
he's
about
a member.
Rick Fife?
You said Rick Fife and Ian.
And Ian, you said that. Okay.
Ian, yeah.
So anyway,
you know what?
We're doing quite well, and we're
what?
very pleased with the progress.
Well, Bill Weima's gonna fly. I forgot Bill. I don't want to knock Bill out of that.
So there's about 11.
11. You know what? We're open. I don't want an application. Forget an application. I see these clubs that give an application. You got to write an application down. Tell me, what size are your shoes? Forget that.
Okay, we don't care if you got a criminal record. Yeah. We don't care if you got a bad bank account. And number one, we don't care if you're an asshole.
Yeah, that's right.
We just want to fly pigeons, right? That's it. And when you come in...
Oh, we forgot Troy. Troy.
And what's his name? Sparky.
Well, I don't know.
And Sparky
this year.
Maybe these are
Neil.
We forgot Neil.
We forgot Neil. Petey Pigeon. He's an honorary member for life. So Petey Pigeon.
Okay. So you know what? At least 15.
Well, I say 10.
Well, 10 solid ones, and we
10
got
to 15.
But just wait a minute.
Oh wait, Mike, hold on. Mike Vanderyak. Are you going to be one? Moving on, Leah.
all I want to say is one thing, that Ryan, if you piss me off,
you'll quit.
I may quit.
That's okay.
You know what I mean? So better watch.
I'm just going to go back to the comments here. Dave Ottaway says, the benzing is so easy and efficient, I would never go back to the others. If I went to Ontario, I would buy a club unit to go with my clock if they did not have one. So yeah, again, don't believe me, don't believe Ryan, don't believe Richard. If you want a true review, ask Dave Ottaway. Dave Ottaway's been running it for several years now. We just started with this and we're blown away. Ask Dave Ottaway how he likes it. I don't know how long you've been using the benzing, Dave, but I imagine quite a few years. Ask him what he
Well,
thinks of it.
and it's the same thing. I think Dave will agree with me when I say, if you don't like this clock, I'll buy it off you for double. I'm not a liar here. That's how the guy said if he went to another club and they didn't have a benzing, he'd say, hell with it. For $800, I'll buy the club unit and go from there.
Yeah,
That's
now
right.
That tells you.
Now,
Come on, the
I
proof is
just
in the
want to
pudding.
ask a question.
No,
How old is Dave's clock, his benzing?
a couple years old.
Okay.
He got it when he was in Nova Scotia. Probably
only
3 years. 3
3
years.
years old.
3 years.
So has the benzing probably maybe put out something a little newer in their system that makes it a bit better? Like maybe Dave's going to go, it's just like, hey guys,
Okay,
you go and say, look at that car. Oh, that's a brand new Volkswagen.
Of course
Wow.
they upgrade. Of course they
Next
upgrade
year,
models.
next
Of
year
course.
the Volkswagen they upgrade a little bit, right?
Everything's upgrading.
Everything
So it's got to be
always
even
upgrades.
better. Probably
Well,
Dave's
especially
going to go, I want to trade in and get this newer
God,
model.
Could you
which
just be calm?
which he totally can do. He absolutely can do. Dave Ottaway is running an M1 at the moment.
Right.
And he said another comment. Oh, he's been on with benzing for 4 years now. 4 years on the benzing.
Sorry,
On the
Dave. I thought
on the M1. So he's running the same system that we're using for our one lofts.
Good. Very good.
Glenn, the Hurdles Thornley, I don't know where the harp is, but you know the drill, wants to know how many active members would you like to have?
Hey,
Well,
the
you know
sky,
what?
the sky has no limit.
Yeah,
And you want to know what? Hey, by the way, we don't have 15 members, eh? We don't have 50.
No.
I got 93 different lofts in this loft, and they're going to battle. So we could have literally, and I'm going to be honest, eh? We have about 110 guys in the Pioneer Village.
Let me ask you something.
There's no limit.
Xavier Restrade.
Yeah.
I went to visit him twice already in Belgium.
Right.
Okay.
Such a name
I'm
dropper.
sorry, but he has 300 members in his club.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
And you want to know what? Getting back to
we
what
don't care.
Getting back to what Richard said about allowing the other clubs to release with us, we want the other combines to come and release with us. We're going to give you guys a video release with us. We're going to give that to you free of charge, so your members can come on and see how it should be done.
But this is the thing, and we might as well just have an open talk, open forum. Everybody's here. I don't want to get into the cat and mouse game that we got into last year and the immature antics that took place last season. I'm not interested. And how do you guys feel about that?
I don't know. There's gonna be no antics. We're not going down the antic road. By the way, we've said to the other combines, they kicked us all out. The CU kicked us out. The Up North kicked us out. And people sit on the fence and they sit back and they say, well, that Zonigan Pioneer thing, they're going to pack it in. They're going to pack it in. Can I ask you a question? You ever going back to the CU or the Up North Combine?
Never again.
You're never again. And I'm never going. Now, the reason I'm not going.
We're not getting into politics, but I'm saying
wrongfully
kicked out. And by the way,
wait, just stop. We're not going back. So that means me and him, we race pigeons longer than most of you are on this page. So we're going to have a combine. We're going to run it until he's in the ground, then I'm in the ground, and then someone else is going to take it over. But there will be a Pioneer starting from last year moving forward. We're going to stay in the game. We ain't going to stop inch by inch, brick by brick, mile by mile. And I'm going to tell you, at the end, you'll all play on the Pioneer Combine. It's going to be the best one.
YouTube, I don't want to forget about my friends over on YouTube now that we are live. Yes, Kevin, we are live on YouTube. ABC Loft has a question. What do you know about using baking soda in the water?
Whoa, what are we trying to do? Give him the shakes? This isn't horse racing, is it?
I don't know.
He doesn't know anything about it, but if you dredge him there with the baking soda, it picks up the speed.
It's something for the muscles,
no,
too, isn't it?
Something for the blood. Everything moves quicker. I don't that would be considered. I guess you would say it's considered as cheating. They call it cheating in horse racing
But
if you give them the shakes.
What I like to say is, if you're going to do that kind of treatment, that's where you're holdover.
Wow.
It eliminates all this kind of funny stuff.
Hold on. If you're giving your pigeons baking soda before you take them to the race, you got to probably give it to them an hour or a half hour before they go out to shoot. How is that going to work? I don't think if you give them baking soda the night before, it stays in the system. It doesn't. So I think it's a waste of time. Hey, anybody else ever try it? I mean, if I had Gordy here, he would tell me if he did it. I think you'd see it in training. If you starved your birds for water, gave them water a half hour before you took them training, and gave them a lot of baking soda in that water, you'd see the pace would pick up on the birds. Probably. But you know what? You'd probably have to test it on old birds instead of young birds, or real dialed-in young birds.
Mike Vanderyak said, I started the UNC Futurity race 10 years ago with the long-term goal of buying every Up North Combine member a Benz and clock. It would have worked, but the guys decided they would rather fly for a chance at a few dollars instead of using their flyer split to fund the clocks. You know.
Hey, Mike, you got a lot of good ideas. You know what?
Absolutely.
You seem like you want to get outside the box a bit, which is great. I hope to see you here on Saturday. Remember, the words can't and old this and that. No. Come on down. If you're going to be at 4 o'clock or 4:30, you can come on down. We're in no rush here, eh? We're on our time. We're always late for our shows. We're on Pioneer time.
We're on Pioneer time.
And you know what? If there's something you like to drink, bring it. We're going to have whatever we have, beer, and we're going to have a few mixed drinks. Okay, good. We're going to have some good food. Good. We're going to have some fun. It's beautiful out. We're going to see the one-off birds flying around here and have a bit of fun. You're going to have your birds out, eh?
Am I?
Yeah, we're going to do a clocking demonstration with your birds.
Yeah, but I like to get them in around 1 o'clock.
Well, they're really going to come in at 3 or 4, aren't they?
But that's not on my program.
Well, you'll break it one time. Boy, you look good. God bless America.
I don't like to change the program. That's going to cost you, eh? You're going to have to.
You want to mix? You want to mix drink?
Like 2 days ago, you said get them in a half hour early.
You did good.
That's going to cost you.
He is doing good clocking them. Go ahead, Leah.
Moving on. Henry says you should have enough birds to release without piggybacking with another combine. Yeah. I don't think I don't see the value in it. I don't see the value in it.
I agree 100% with what Henry said. Yeah. We're looking at probably, I would say, every week on a minimal of probably around 1,200 birds coming on our transporter.
Maybe the first 5 weeks we could be looking at 600-700. Right. That's great. No, that's great. And the last four races, you're right, 16, maybe 1,800 birds, and that's great
for this year.
But hold on. The other combines, they kick us out, eh? They spit on us. Hold on, just let me finish. They spit on us. No. I'm allowing you to come and release with us.
That's what I just said.
That's it.
If they want to, they're invited to come and release with our truck, beside our truck.
And they say that we're the bad guys? You know what?
I'm inviting them.
We're inviting them.
What are you afraid of? Come on, boys. Let's play the game. This is a marathon in the sky.
Oh.
Did you ever wait a minute. Did you say to a guy, you know where I'm from? I'm from Toronto. I'm going to go on the Boston Marathon. And the other guy's from
Cleveland,
Kitchener, from North Bay. And he's going, I'm not running with you because I want to run only with the guys from Kitchener.
Well,
you know what?
Forget it.
You know what?
Give me something else. Give me some good stuff.
Mix them up there, boy.
Glenn has a question, and he said, if I paid my fees, could I ship my birds with Pioneer? Maybe not interested yet in being in the results, since it could take a couple of years to get a good team going. And Dave Ottaway just responded, and I liked his response. He says, you build the team as you go. You start now, not later. And don't ever be afraid to get involved right from the hop. Like, we're
you know what Dave said is 100% true.
Yes.
I know young flyers or beginner flyers, they have some race birds, and I said, look, why don't you can join our club? Why don't you start flying? And they'll come out with a statement by saying, "Oh, I gotta wait till I buy better birds." Well, no. It's you're going to graduate.
Build as you go.
As you learn, things are going to graduate. And I think what Dave said is 100% true.
Hey.
Just because you buy Jimi Hendrix guitar for $2.7 million doesn't mean that you're going to start playing heavy guitar. You have to start off with a bass guitar, then learn, and then go and grow.
And you want to know what? Glenn, Leah, Glenn is down since that grizzle pissed off the roof. Glenn, your grizzle flies like the wind, man.
Was
I'm happy about it.
That was flying like way up?
Way up. And that grizzle pissed off for 4 days.
Yeah.
Both of his birds, he lost them. Right off the... Like that.
They came back?
Guess what? One come back. You want to know what?
The grizzle?
Do you know wherever I ever see that grizzle? Do you know where I see it 90% of the time? You see it up in the air. And guess what? How do we win races? We got to like to fly. So Glenn, build as you go. Listen to Dave. And it's great to add birds. Remember, when adding birds, add from guys that you're looking at going, he's a good flyer. That guy in Europe's a good flyer. The guy in our local area is a good flyer. I don't know what your price point is, but always upgrade with birds from guys that have better birds than you or doing better. Not pedigreed better, that are doing better. Keep moving up and build as you go. And you know what, Glenn? You're going to get a result because a result is going to make you better. If we tippy-toe around, you're going to suck forever. I don't want you to suck.
But don't say
that's.
You know what? I bought birds from so-and-so. The man has been flying pigeons for 50 years. He's got great results. I spent the money. I took the birds and I mated them up. I got young ones or whatever, however. And then don't come back and say, guess what? That was a waste of my money. I'll never go back and buy his birds again. Wait a minute, my friend. Maybe it was you that had the problem. Don't blame the birds you bought, the money you spent. Don't blame it on the birds you bought because it doesn't work that way.
All right.
I know a guy that said
there's give and take. There's give and take.
You got to go, and like Dave said though, but Dave said you got to start off with a nice base, and you've got to be open in the mind, and you've got to work slowly up
and be patient. And remember, hey, you lost a lot of races, didn't you? You've lost how many more than you've won?
Lots.
Hundreds.
But
you're good for it.
You gotta
It makes you a winner. Losing makes you a winner.
You gotta lose a lot.
You
gotta lose.
You have to lose a lot, and that's part of it. And you should never be afraid or embarrassed or because you're new or just starting out. Never be afraid to race. It's okay. We all start at the bottom, and you work your way up.
I think what you have to do is start off, first of all, race in your own loft.
Yeah. And you're always racing in your own loft.
Oh, you always have to race in your own loft and see. Don't shut the clock off. What I'm saying, guess what? I put 20 birds in. I got that blue bar first. I got that one second, and that one third. And the next week, you go back with your own loft.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Not people think, it's the truth. Bill Weema's a good flyer, correct?
Yeah.
Bill Weema showed me a cockbird on the board that was cooing around like a nut job. Boy, this pigeon was beautiful. He said, Ryan, that pigeon was 6 weeks. Listen to his wording.
Yeah.
Think outside the box of what I'm going to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
That pigeon, Ryan, right there, was my first bird to my loft 6 weeks in a row. What did he just tell you?
That's right.
He raced them. He was looking. Forget the competition. 6 weeks in a row. That was my first bird. Hey, 5 of those 6 weeks, Bill didn't have the win with him. But that was his first bird. Yeah. So Bill knew that was his winner. When I seen the pigeon, I'm going to tell you, Dad, I'd have picked him up and said, yeah, he's coming with me. You could just see the class in the pigeon. But you see what I'm saying? People don't. He didn't say how many races he won. It was this bird was 6 times the first bird in my loft. Very good.
Now maybe, and I'm just talking for
Can
Glenn
you
because I don't
pour
know,
me a
but
little Pepsi?
maybe Glenn is saying that you're distracting me there, Ryan. Don't do that. Maybe Glenn is saying he doesn't want to make the investment. Maybe he doesn't have a clocking system right now, and maybe he's like, "Well, I'm kind of new starting. I don't know if I want to, make that kind of investment." We will have a cell phone league, correct?
Yeah, we're gonna have a cell phone league, of
100%.
course.
A cell phone league, yeah, and yeah, you can prove your birds. This is where you got to start off. You can't. What should I say? You started off walking, then you got on a little tricycle, and then you got on a bicycle, and then you got on the lawn tractor, and that's how you slowly move up to maybe getting a car or whatever. You got to start from that bottom.
And I also think, like Glenn, of course, you're always welcome to join our club. Anybody is welcome, and it doesn't matter what level of flyer you are. If you're just starting, if you never had pigeons before,
Hey.
or if you're like my dad and has been racing for longer than Ryan or I have been alive, so. And I think looking for a good club that is going to support you, support the new flyers, and not make them feel like losers and piles of poo. And you know how that goes, Ryan.
Hey,
Um,
get a little.
I can
Hold on.
I can remember. Wait a minute.
Listen to this one. Listen to this one. I know a guy in a club. He wins almost every club race. He's a good flyer. He puts the time into those pigeons, and he wins, and he wins, and he wins.
Yeah.
There was a new flyer
Uh-huh.
that beat him by about a half of a minute.
Right.
And you know what the winner that normally wins, you know what he said to him?
No.
I would have beat you, but I couldn't get my bird in. For whatever reason, he said. You want to know what's so sad about that? Man that actually won the race, for that moment, there was a triumph there, right?
Yeah.
It was like tonight, what you're going to see Montreal do to Toronto. They climbed back, and it was their time. You want to know what that big winner did? You know what he did? He took the pin, popped it into the balloon of that guy. You know what I say if you're at my club? If you do that here at Pioneer, I'll cut the tree down for you.
You know how
right
many
in front of
guys
everyone.
say I would have
'Cause it's
won the
not right.
race, but my bird flew around the tree twice.
But why would you tell
You
a
know
new?
what a
You know
pile
what?
of bullshit.
You want to know what's great is? Let a new guy feel a good win. That's his moment, man. Be gracious. The clock tells you if you're the winner or you're the loser. And if your bird sits in the tree, shut up. Sits on the roof,
But
shut up.
I will.
and be humble.
I will bet you that next week, that one guy, that fella you're talking about, he won that race.
Mm-hmm.
He's a new fella,
Yep.
and he won the race. He feels good. Next week, whatever way he won that race, he probably doesn't even know.
No.
But he won it. The bird won it.
But
He won it. Now, the next week that comes, listen to me.
Can I ask you a
The
question?
next week that comes, that poor guy, that guy that won that race, the next week, he'll be 50th on the sheet. And that guy that was second to him, that top-notch guy, he'll come and say, oh, I see you didn't make it even,
Hold on.
eh?
But you want to know the sad part about that whole story, and I didn't add that in?
What?
The guy won the race. The guy that was second, that always wins.
Yeah.
Didn't walk up to him first and say,
hey,
congratulations.
You're a good man.
What did he tell him?
Yeah.
He gave him the excuse of why he
Oh.
lost. And that's why, guys, at the end of the day, I'm going to be honest with you, 99% of all pigeon men, I hate to say it, we're all assholes.
We're all assholes.
I'm an asshole and you're an asshole.
No, but I think as we get older,
we should
get smarter.
Ah.
I know
Well.
some years ago, we go to the club and we're going to eliminate this problem. We've already thought of it. But you go to the club and so-and-so's birds are coming through on the, put them through the, to put them in the race.
Hey.
And they go, oh, no. No. he's not touching my bird. No way, he's not touching my bird. And that's just a pile of bullshit. And they got reasons, but we're going to fix that reason.
You know, we could go on about a lot of things. Leah, do you have something to say, or do you want me to fire in something?
We got lots of comments here, so let me get to them. If I miss your comment, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, Dave Ottaway says it takes 3 years to build a good old bird team. That's if you start them as young birds. So the sooner you start, the faster you get there. Franco Basiglia says you can always race with a small team and have fun at the same time. It's not always about winning, it's about having fun. And that's why we are in this sport that we love, 100%.
Good job, Franco.
Mike Vandriak says, when I flew in the Up North Combine, they had 200 members. They flew 20 races a year. If you won one combine every 10 years, that was your fair share. Any more than that, and you were winning more than your share.
I believe in what Mike said.
Hold on. There's 70 members in that toilet bowl, eh? You know why? They're not exercising the muscle. Mike, 200 members. Congratulations. You used to be there when that was a thing.
Now, Mike, I think there's only about 70.
Hey, in this joke of a pioneer, we got 50. Oh, we got 100 already. So we're already in another level. I agree with
Mike said. I know that the Far North Club, years ago, we had 25 members. Okay?
Yeah.
We're probably talking about what Mike was talking about. We had 25 members in our club, and Mike said the combine had 200 members. In our club, if you were lucky to win one race or be in the top 10 in our club, you were lucky.
Well, and I'll be honest with you guys. We got the 19. Somebody dropped off a whole bunch of yearbooks. And we looked when you were flying to try to fly.
Yeah.
You had time to fly. And
I didn't have time to fly.
Well, you had a bit of time. You were on a different system. Whatever. We looked. And your results, you said those years you had good years.
Yeah.
And they only showed in the club the first 10 pigeons. Yeah, he only had, I think, in 3 races, he was first. He was 5th in one race. He was 9th, 10th, 11th.
Never clocked.
Yeah, never clocked. And it's
funny.
I
clocked, but they wouldn't post it.
They wouldn't post it. There you go. So anyways, go ahead, Leah.
Okay, now I lost my where I was here. Okay, Owen says, my pigeons have been loft flying for 18 days. I have lost 4 pigeons, and I only have 1 fancy in the coop now. It will be moved soon. Well done, Owen. Good job.
So he's started with 18 pigeons.
Now he only lost 4, so he's down to 14, and there he goes. He's moving along. Good job, Owen.
Very good. Look at that. Look at that powder up there, beating the daylights out of that. We're just looking at something, guys. Yeah, very good.
Very good, Owen. Okay, I'm going to stick on Facebook here, and then I'll go over to YouTube. Glenn says, yes, Leah, that's right, but I do have a Unicon clock that I could use and see if he enjoys it a lot. Well, he also is 2 hours away, right? Glenn, are you coming on Saturday? Let us know if you're coming.
Yeah, hold on. I want to say, if you are coming and you want to handle your one loft birds, I'm going to say this, and you want to handle your one loft birds, please let me know. I will have them basketed so you can handle them and see them.
Yeah, so he's 2 hours away. So if I'm saying he's got a Unicon, no problem. But if he had a Benzing, he would just come for shipping night.
Yeah.
And then he wouldn't have to come for clock off.
He could play the game once. Right. You know what? And that's what's great about this clock. That's what's great about it. I mean, it's you know what? It's one thing to put a 4-hour drive in, or a 2-hour drive here, or 2-hour drive back, and have an afternoon at the club, and you have the rest of the week off. I think it's great. We're going to help this out. Glenn, you're going to be in the club. You're in.
You're in. No choice. You have no choice. Okay, over
you do
on
have
YouTube,
to jump the hurdles.
Errol Rose is asking, how can I get Staff Van Reet pigeons and shipments to buy?
Ask me.
Yeah.
After the show.
This is on YouTube, though, so...
I don't know where you're from.
Yeah, where are you from, Errol Rose? Patrula Click says, This is me, small teams. Sometimes I get points with them. So there's lots of people that fly with small teams.
I think a good idea, if you got a small team and you're starting off, do something in your own loft and make points. Have your birds all listed and make points as they come.
Find the best birds in your loft.
Yeah,
and you build from that, and then you add birds. You add a good bird. You buy a good bird from Dave Ottaway, or you buy a good bird from a guy in Belgium, and you slowly build your family. That's what you do. Hey, was Rome built in a day?
No. So,
but guess what Dave said?
Let's say you have 5 pair of birds.
You know what Dave said, though?
Yeah.
Rome wasn't built in a day, was it?
No.
But Rome wasn't built in 3 years, was it? It wasn't. Rome wasn't built in 3 years. But what we're saying is you can build it quicker than building a whole city. You just have to be a bit of patience and always strive to be a little bit better.
Yeah. And if you have 4 pair of birds and you raise young ones and you put them on the transporter and they go to these races, and you take a what shall I say? You take a you list them all. You see how the young ones come. Oh, this one was first again. This one was second again. That one, this one. And then you see that you had 1 pair that the young ones just didn't do it. Like they didn't come. You lost them. They were a day late all the time. Then you've got to do an elimination.
Or adjust the pair.
Adjust. And bring in other words, it's great to say, I only have so many boxes, and I've got to work with those boxes, that nest boxes, right?
Stay in a limit, stay in a zone. And remember, hey, if you buy a $5,000 pigeon, sometimes they don't breed you nothing, but with the grandchildren, they'll breed you. So sometimes you have to watch. Anyways, go ahead, Leah.
Next question. JD Teal is asking, what's the grading system for what moves from the young bird team to the old bird team?
Well, I think my personal opinion is if you fly your young birds, we're going to say here, you fly them 9 weeks. You can compete in all 9 weeks without a real hiccup. Compete. You move to the old bird team. Because I've seen it before. Your best youngsters, the next year, they're not there. And I've seen your middle of the pack, or your ones a little later that are coming 15, 20 minutes, 45 minutes after your first birds. They show up as old birds. No joke. In 2009, we had the first and the second and the third champion bird in the sprint program, the Up North Combine. 3 pigeons, 3 cockbirds. Remember we had them? We went to the first race. All 3 of those cockbirds to the first race, point and barrel, as old birds, as yearlings. They went to the race, all 3 gone. Those were first, second, and third champion bird in the combine. Ace pigeons. I'm saying, you know what? Finish the course, finish the season, and move them on. If you have some that are real deadbeats, get rid of them. But hey, if they're in the race time, they're in striking time, it's okay. They may take a little longer to develop.
Talking about young birds, last year I started off with 45 young birds, and I finished off with, it was 24 at the end.
Right.
And they flew. They went every race. They were in good shape.
Right.
So that goes to show you.
But hey, hold on. And another thing, you got to look where you're flying. You got to look how many birds are in the top 10% of your combine, the top 10% of your club, the top 20%. You have to see where you are to make these judgments. You can't just make a judgment on a judgment. You got to look. If you're one of those guys that sits at home and drinks a case of beer and does nothing with your pigeons and watches the baseball game, you're getting in what you're putting out. Am I right?
Well, you're 100% right. I know guys that say you talk to them and say, well, how are your birds looking, Bob? Oh, not bad. The first race, you talk to him a week before the race or something, and he says, I haven't started training yet, but then he goes to the first race, and then he wonders why the birds aren't coming, and then I hear other guys in the club, and this is the 1%. What I said, 99% of this show is true. There's 1% that's a lie. He goes to the club, and he's way off, right?
Yeah.
And he says, I don't know what's going on with my birds, And then one guy in the club says, give them one 50-mile toss on Wednesday, and you're going to see. You're going to pull up. It doesn't work like that. You got to
hocus pocus,
right?
Hocus pocus.
Yeah.
ABC Loft has a good question. He says, my first young bird race is August the 14th. My birds are loft flying 30 to 45 minutes daily. When should I start road training, in your opinion?
So August. So they're flying good. Now, if there's one thing you can do, they're flying good. I don't know where you're located. You can always now, they're flying this good. I don't know how long you've had them out. You can starve them a day. So back them off one day, bring them out a day. You can do that because you got a little bit of time. I would say you want to start training the last week of June. Last week of June. And every day, I like every day. And up till 50 miles, I like to loft fly them first, and then I take them out. I like to loft fly them first and then take them out. If you're worried about them getting stale,
I say if they're rambling now, that kind of time now.
Yeah.
I almost feel my heart.
Yeah.
It's a bit too early for young birds to start that because they're showing you
they're starting to want to go.
They want to go. And so by the time you're going to come to the races, those birds are so fed up, I think, with basket.
Well, you don't want to start overtraining them. I don't think there's no 60, 70 tosses. I think you bored them. Like I said, if anything,
keep loft flying.
If anything, you want to back them off, put them out a day, leave them in a day. Put them out a day, leave them in a day. What that kind of does is it buys you some time, slows it down. I think that's good. Or loft fly them once a day. Give them a good loft fly. And around the end of June, and once you start training them, just go every day. Up, and away you go. That's what I think.
Well, our first race is when? August the 1st-ish?
No, July. I think it's July 31st.
Okay, July 31st. Go ahead, Brian.
Where's that going to be again? That's going to be
Huntsville.
Huntsville, yeah.
So we're going to, like I said, right now, you've seen these birds fly here today. They're getting better and better, eh? On June the 6th, with these birds, between June the 6th and June the 10th, I'm going to switch them to the morning, and I'm going to start asking them to go to work. That means I'm going to make sure they go up. They will, by that point, be starting to ready to go 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour. Slowly start to get them used to it. And I'll do that for about 10 to 15 days till about the last week of June. And then they're going to start at 2 miles, 5 miles, 10 miles, 15 miles, 25 miles, 40 miles, 60 miles, 80 miles.
I just want to tell you one thing in front of the public.
You're done. Go ahead.
That I don't want your pigeons after the 1st of June on that Twisted Sister.
That's actually my loft, but I gave it to you.
I don't care who's okay? So I don't want them on there. I don't need that stuff.
Hey, don't stand on the tracks when the little man comes through. Go ahead, Leah.
Guido says, getting back to JD's question, the number one asset is consistency, along with attitude, outlook, and the will to compete. That's
Guido's
how he picks them.
He's 100% right. And what what you just said is what Guido said is right. What you just said is not right. Because I let my birds out early in the morning. Now you want to switch me till the afternoon.
Well, you can leave yours in the morning because it ain't going to matter much.
Oh, okay. You heard this in public.
I don't care. I'm not afraid to fly against you. I tuned you up last year. I'll do it this year.
Notice my birds don't land on your loft.
No.
ABC Loft says thank you. He or she is in Delaware, and they are
Oh.
January, February youngsters.
Oh, they're old. Man, they're old. You know what?
I don't even know. Delaware. I've heard
Delaware.
of that. Where's that? In the States?
Delaware. I don't
Yes,
know, but Delaware's.
Delaware's in the States. Yes.
You got the hat on. Come
Hey,
on, man.
hey, honey. Great. Thanks for calling me.
Hold on. You know what? Yeah, they're flying good. Like I said, go on a day, go off a day. You'll see probably when you do that and you let them out, they'll double in time because you're resting them up. Then take
Just
your
a
time.
disclaimer to all our American friends. I do apologize for that horrendous attempt at I'm not sure what kind of accent that was, but as a Canadian, I do apologize.
It was
Hey,
shit.
that was from
On
down
my
east.
father's behalf, something he changes when he's got that hat on. I wanted to mention Henry said that he enjoyed yesterday's Benzing show. He found it very informative. Thank you. We plan on doing more Benzing shows for you guys if you guys are interested in that. Maybe like some how-tos, how to do stuff. Also, a reminder, if you want to buy the Benzing units and fly your young birds with the Benzing clocking system this year, all orders must be placed for the clocks by July 1st. If you want to have the clock and time for young bird flying, you need to place your order no later than July 1st. You can order it later, but we can't guarantee that we can get it to you by the time you start racing.
Yeah, so don't tear a strip off me if you order it July the 10th and it doesn't show up for your first race. Guys, be focused. Pigeon guys are always late. So I'm giving you a lot of leeway here. You'll see the clock on the weekend. You're going to watch. You're going to be able to go and watch Richard's Bird's daily clock, see how it works.
Yes.
If you're interested, let us know.
And also, when you purchase a Benzing from Feathers Elite, from us, from Ryan, myself, or Richard, we are here to give you support with the clocking system. If we can't help you with it, we are going to put you in touch with Eric, who is literally an angel, as I keep saying over and over again. You can get a hold of him straight away. He answers you straight away. I mean, he does live in Australia, I believe, right, Ryan?
Yeah, but
Australia?
I mean,
I think
I could clone him and sell him to many businesses. His attitude, work ethic, is exactly why Benzing has him.
Yeah, he's incredible. And so it's not like you're going to buy the clock and we're just going to give it to you and say, oh, bye-bye, figure it out. We are here to support you in your purchase and make sure that you're able to get it up and running, that you understand how it works, etc., etc. That's if you buy the clock from us.
Yeah, I can't guarantee from anybody else.
Sorry, I had to cough there.
That's okay.
Now, if people join our club, if they join the club and they can't, they don't have a Benzing.
Oh, we're still accepting Unicon. We have Unicon.
We have the motherboard.
We have them. We have everything for Unicon.
Right.
And that's fine.
Right.
You know, it's like Glenn has Unicon. He can come and participate. There's no problems.
Henry has Unicon.
Yeah, 100%. And again, if you're just starting and you don't have a clock, we're going to do a little cell phone league for those that don't have clocking systems but still want to have a fun little race. We're going to have a cell phone league. And I don't know, you want to briefly explain how that works, Ryan, or come to the meeting?
Basically, this is how the cell phone league's going to work.
Okay.
Saturday morning.
And some of those top-notch flyers are going to laugh at this.
Right.
But let's get guys in here.
You're going to go to your local convenience store and you're going to buy the Toronto Sun.
Okay.
And on that Sun, it says today's date. When your bird comes in, you're going to pick it up. You're going to take a picture of the bird in front of the newspaper with the band. Click, click. We're going to knock 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes off the time.
Depends how fast you are.
Right. But we're going to knock 2 minutes off the time. We'll use 2 minutes.
Right.
Right. Take a picture and send it to us. It shows up on your phone. The bird came in. Your photo shows up at 9 or 11:39.
Yeah.
You're going to move to 11:37. And you know what? It's only for fun, right? Good time. We know your bird is there.
That's right.
It. It's simple. And you know what? If anybody is an ass and says, oh, he's an ass, he's lying, he's cheating, he's this, guess what? You'll be eliminated. And guess where you can go back? You can go back to the up north or wherever you came from and go with the miserable people.
So this
That's
gives
right.
people a chance
To have
to
some
start
fun.
flying that can't afford
A
a
clock.
clock.
Or
The bands.
maybe
Right,
it's
the
not even a
bands.
money issue. Maybe it's not even that they can't afford it. Maybe they just, at the moment, want to just see if they even like doing this. And I can totally
Right.
get that. A clocking
Oh, that's
system can be, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. If I'm just starting out at this and I don't know if I'm going to like it, I wouldn't tell somebody to go out and buy a $2,000 clock for your first, I wouldn't.
It's like when you go bowling. It's like when you go bowling, right? They give you the shoes.
You
well.
rent it. Yeah, that's right.
The other thing too. Maybe you don't want to be bothered buying a clock. Maybe you don't want to be bothered with the cell phone league. Okay, but you can still come and ship your birds
Yeah.
on our
You
transporter,
don't have to have a clock.
and you can do it right at your own house in your
Right.
own loft. It's your own club. Your own.
Yeah.
Your loft
I've
is
heard
your own
I have
club.
heard this so many times. If you don't have a clock, you can't race. You know what? If there was a sound effect, what a way to kill something, isn't it, Leah? Thank you.
We had so much fun last year. Gerard, he doesn't have a clock. Gerard was great. Him and I went up for liberations to the race points, and we would even go in training.
Huh.
And Gerard would call his wife Barbie,
Yeah.
and say, Barbie, we let the birds up at 8 o'clock. Barbie was good enough. She waited at home. He had no clock, nothing.
Right.
And soon the bird came in. Barbie would call him. The bird came in at 3 minutes after 10. And Gerard, he had a good feeling. And Gerard would actually say, oh, that blue bar came in again. Oh, this blue bar came in again. Then he said, oh, that pie
Right.
came in. Oh, that.
But-
He had such a good
do you want
feeling
to know
about
what's
it.
great about that?
What?
There was Barbie and there's Gerard. Couple, right?
Right.
What are they both doing?
They're enjoying.
They're participating. Great.
No, absolutely.
great.
And I was also going to say that that's right. Last year, you weren't in any
No.
proper.
You
That's
had
right.
nowhere to fly.
You had nowhere to
I did,
fly because you know why.
whatever.
Whatever the
But
reason why, and it was you and Gerard who and us. You were the three. It was right,
Yeah.
just the
We were
three,
all
the
flying against each
pioneers.
other.
Yeah.
what was so a lot of fun is we had guests coming and watching here
Oh,
on the patio,
I love
and
you. I
we
love
had
you.
we had the Pioneer Club, and
Yeah.
we race, and we had my birds over in the Twisted Sister, and people would watch, and Gerard and Barbie would wait for birds,
Yeah.
right? People would watch, and they'd say, "Oh, the Pioneer Loft beat Ricky by 2 minutes." Oh, the Pioneer Loft
Right. And
beat Ricky again.
the moral of the
You know,
story is
and
you don't need.
Gerard would say, "My bird, oh,
Right.
Pioneer Loft
Okay.
got his bird at
Could you let
Yeah,
Leah
we get
finish
it.
it off there?
11.
We
Yeah.
get it. We don't need to
We
get
get it.
play by play, bird by bird here, Ricky.
Oh boy.
Jesus.
The moral of the
Boy.
story is even without an expensive clock or a manual clock or any kind of clock, you don't even have to clock. We have fun. It doesn't matter what level you're at. At the Pioneer Club, everybody is welcome. And our goal is to have competitive fun.
Right.
Yeah.
We're still being competitive and we're still racing pigeons and it's all serious and we get that, but the main thing is we're having fun doing it and everybody's having fun.
Yeah,
And
and
and go ahead, Dad.
what's nice is if you don't want to buy a clock, you can. If you don't want to go on the cell phone league, you can watch your own birds come, and then when you come to the club for shipping the week after, and they say we shipped 160 miles, 200 miles, and you know that Jerry, he got his first bird at 1 o'clock. and you weren't in this clocking league stuff. You waited for your birds. You put them on the truck, and Jerry got them at 1 o'clock, and you're going, wow, I got my bird at 10 minutes to 1.
That's good.
Ooh, that was pretty good. And go one whole season and kind of just compare.
And you want to know what's great? Glenn lives 2 hours away.
Right.
Glenn, forget. You know what? You can put your clock on training mode, so you have exact times, right?
Yeah.
Glenn,
He's got a Unicom.
Glenn, drive 2 hours, ship your birds, right? Or drive to Frank's, give Frank the birds. Frank will come bring them here. Whatever. Get your birds on the truck. Fly at your own loft. You know what? Just feel it out for a season. Have some fun. There's no pressure. We're not going to put a gun to your head and say, you got to have a clock or you're out, or you got to buy money bands or you're out. No.
Well,
Have some fun.
Our goal is to grow the sport, not kill the sport. And as Ryan has said many times, we cannot at this point afford to be turning anybody away. We're not in a position to where we need somebody to write me a letter and fill out an application and do an interview and give blood and show their records. I'm sorry. We're not in a position at the moment to be doing that. We take everybody.
And hey, hold on. That's the Wellington Waterloo Racing Pigeon Club did that to Bill Lima, eh?
Did they?
Shame on you. I said it a few times. No. I'm going to say it, eh? You know what?
Oh, boy.
No, Leah, like, people don't like the truth, eh? They can't handle the truth. And Joe Oakley's a big part of that club, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Joe, at the end of the day, when she's done and buried, when you come to Pioneer, your letter better be 15 pages long. Because you know what? We remember everything. And you know what you did to that? To those people that made them not only write a letter, not only put an $85 application fee in. Leah, what's the sound effect for that bullshit? There you go. And you know what? I'm calling Joe out on it.
Wait, I was going to say another thing here, something else.
Okay,
let's get going. I know another fella that he's flown pigeons for 60 years. And he's a member of a club, and he couldn't take some of the baloney that was going on in the club, political baloney, and he went to another club to see if he could become a member of that club. And this man is a reputable person. I don't want to mention any names, but that club said, no, we don't want you in the club.
And I don't understand. I don't understand why these clubs all around, they don't accept people from different areas. Well, he's going to beat me. He's on the short end. He's going to beat you which way or which way. It doesn't matter.
And some clubs go, we need a letter from you. Okay, hey, my name's Richard Zonigan.
Well, what are you putting in a letter?
I robbed from a store. I stole a car.
Anyway,
I did this.
We know.
I did this.
We know. Look.
I'm not allowed in the club.
Listen, this is not about looking backwards. It's about moving forward. And
no, but I'm just saying it's ridiculous.
We have all experienced that kind of behavior, and we have learned from it, and we know exactly what we do not want in the Pioneer Club.
But Leah, my problem is, right? My problem is the goddamn thing's dying fast.
Right. Well.
Right. Guess what? Hey, numbnuts. Can you see the forest for the trees, through the trees, around the trees?
Forest for the trees.
Whatever you want to call it. Boy, oh boy. Those people in that Wellington Waterloo Club, I'm going to be honest with you, they're plain dumb.
Well, it's fine. Let's see. What are we going to do? Let's focus on what we can do to change it and not worry about what they're trying to do to destroy it. That's we can't, you can't fix stupid, right? So,
listen.
This is another disclaimer. These opinions are clearly our own. They're our own opinions. We're not telling you what to think. We're not telling you how to think. These are our opinions only. And we are allowed to express them. So before I get lawyer letters.
I don't want to kiss anybody's back end, but I'm looking at Dave Ottaway. He loaded up the truck, his belongings, and moved down east. And that man, I'm not trying to kiss his back end, but he has developed a club, and I don't know what methods he's used.
But he's done it.
He's done it.
And you want to know the
Right.
sad part is he's a very competitive flyer, and he's flying against new people. And you want to know what? It's got to be very hard for him on that side because he wants to go out and fly and win. And these guys are new. But you know what? He's doing it, and he's helping people out, and that's what's, you know what, that's what the sport needs. Those are ambassadors. Those are people looking at the big picture. Can I say something? Everybody is welcome. Everyone. If I hate you, you're still welcome. I don't like anybody. I like everybody. Go ahead, Leah.
All right. On that note, let's see. We've got one other question here. ABC Loft, do you have Unicon electronic pigeon rings for sale? No, we do not sell the Unicon rings.
Only the
You're in.
Benzing.
He's in the United States. I don't know who would sell them in the U.S.
I got it.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know who sells Unicon.
In the U.S., Seagulls. I'm not sure.
Probably Seagulls or
Ah.
Jeds or I don't know.
Yeah, we're not sure. So maybe Unicon, if you contact them, they'll be able to tell you where to buy them. Sorry, I can't help you there. Mike Vandiak said, very exciting that PEI has a club flying this year. Yeah, we saw that. That's fantastic. Good job. I think it's Scott. I feel like it's Scott Woolner putting that together, and
We got to
maybe
get them clocks.
one other fellow that's doing it as well. So, and they were, yes, interested in clocks. So we for clock pricing on our website fifa.ca or feathersleepigeonauctions.com, all the Benzing pricing information is there.
You know, Leah, it was funny, and I'll be honest, we talked. You started doing the pricing, and you said to me, boy, these clocks are a little bit expensive, right? You said it. A little bit expensive, these clocks, a little bit expensive. Since we've used them and you see what the clocks can do, are the clocks expensive or are they properly priced?
They're properly priced, hands down.
If anything, they're a little bit cheaper.
Yeah,
I'm being honest with you. They're fantastic.
Sorry,
Mike,
I was just
make sure you're here on Saturday, Mike. You didn't give me hey, Mike, you didn't give me an answer. What's your answer, Mike?
Henry says, absolutely, Dave Ottaway is an ambassador to the sport. He is 100% absolute stand-up guy. Glenn says, what are the costs for membership for Young Bird and Old Bird series? I would like to fly young and old at the same time.
Yep.
What are the price? What's the price?
You did that to me. For flying young and old, oh geez. We have the flyer there. For this year, I think it's 140 for young and 140 for old. And that gives you 30 birds per
group.
per young or old.
Wait a minute. Any bird after over 30 birds is $2 a bird. Don't forget that part.
$2 a bird. Starting next year.
Sorry to interrupt you, Ryan, but our pricing for this year's season is on our website, pioneerclub.ca. I'll put the website, where are we here? Right there. So pioneerclub.ca will take you to our club page, and there it'll give you the list of this year's flying fees. Go ahead, Ryan. Sorry. You were saying?
Next year's going to change.
Right.
Next year, we're adopting a new system. It's a club membership, and then it's rings. So you can put yourself into whatever league you want to. You can ship as many birds as you want. There's no limit. $125 will be the club membership, and then for your young birds, you can buy either from $2 up to $100 price point of rings. Those are the leagues you're in or the divisions you're in. We're doing this so people don't have limits, so people can get out of the limits. And if you win, you're going to win a little bit of money, which is great.
You know what?
We're still. What?
Sorry, I can just put it. I'll put it up on the screen because I'm screen sharing with my laptop. So I'll put it up on the screen. You keep talking while I find it, and
Right.
I'll put it up on the screen.
And again, we're going to talk our 1-bird league, our 2-bird league, and our 5-bird knockout league. We're going to have that every year moving forward, so guys can participate in that and have a lot of fun. Test how you pick pigeons. Test how you pick pigeons before the season starts. Test on the fly, different races, different scenarios. Really good. I think really, really good.
So I have the info here. I'm not sure how good you guys are going to be able to see it, but I will put it up and kind of go over it with you. Oops, I got to reverse. Hold on a second. Okay. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but our 2021 Young Bird and Old Bird Club Racing Series, the 2021 membership fee is $50 per club member. Club bands, which I don't really think we have to worry about. Everybody's pretty much banded, but we were selling AU bands for 75 cents each. The Young Bird Race Series race fees are $140 for 9 races. 30 birds per race per member, $2 per pigeon for every additional bird shipped over the 30 bird limit. The Old Bird Series race fees, again, $140 for 9 races, 30 birds per race per member, $2 per pigeon for every additional bird shipped over the 30 bird limit. All race fees are due June the 20th. There's like the other stuff in here, sorry guys, about the 1-bird, 2-bird league, the training trailer, etc. But this is stuff that we're going to bring up at our club meeting this Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have the race schedule here, if this is the correct one. No, this is the old one. Okay, anyway, back to you, Ryan.
So when you look at that, if you look at the 1-bird, the 2-bird, and the 5-bird, now the 5-bird is not on our site because we developed it on the fly. You've got on a weekend with our main 30-bird race, our 5-bird knockout, the 2-bird, and the 1-bird league. You got 4 races on a weekend. 4 races for your young birds. Next year we'll move that into old birds as well. You got options, guys. You got options, and you don't have to do the 5-bird. You don't have to do the 1-bird. You don't have to do. You can pick what you want, but we're giving you options. 9 races. 9 times 4 is what?
9 for 36.
36 young bird races, and you get to win some money. You get to play. And you know what's great about a 1-bird league? You send one, I send one, Dave sends one, Henry sends one, Rick sends one, and Ian sends one. And those birds all go up together from 300 miles. There's 5 pigeons doing the work. And you want to know what?
You can change that from week to week.
Week to week.
Can you?
In the 1 and the 2-bird leagues. Now, hold on.
1 and 2 bird.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. You know what that creates? You to be a better pigeon flyer.
Don't hit me. I can have you charged with that.
Oh, okay, next question. Henry says, so you're saying 30 young birds and 30 old birds, correct? Yes, that's correct.
That's correct.
Not 30 birds total. It's 30 for each young and 30 for old, and anything above 30 is $2 per bird.
That's right. And Canadian.
Per race.
Per race.
Per race. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yeah. Glenn says, thanks, Leah. No problem at all. That's just for this year, though, guys. Next year, as Ryan said, it's going to change. It's going to be a flat rate, $125 a year membership, and then you just buy your bands, and there are no flying fees, and it's no limit. So, but that'll be next year.
That's a next year thing.
So your bands are the $2, $5, $10,
20, 50, right. 100.
Yeah, and those will be on sale starting July 1st. The memberships.
Yep, when we start training.
the 2022 Pioneer bands will be on sale starting July the 1st, so you guys can plan ahead.
Hold on.
So
Hold on.
right.
When
And
you
then Mike
buy a
has a
club
question.
when you buy a club membership,
Right.
at that point you will be allowed to submit race stations that you want to fly
For next year.
for next year. If you are not a member, you don't have that right.
Right. That's
So
our only request.
that's the rule. I don't want people sitting on the fence picking their bums, making corporates.
So what
Mike,
year? I'm just going to ask you this question.
Let Mike ask the question.
Okay, go
first.
ahead, Mike.
Okay, Mike just had a question. Are the One Bird League birds liberated separately?
One birds are liberated 30 minutes after. Each group is 30 minutes different. So the main group could go out at 7. The one birds will go out at 7:30. The two birds will go out at 8. The five bird knockout goes out at 8:30. Everything is spaced out. And video releases will be on all the groups. There's no problems.
If anybody's interested in seeing the race schedule, I can throw that up as well. If you guys are interested, anybody, I can put it up if you want. Shall I put it up? I'll wait and see if anybody wants me to. If you want me to put up the race schedule, I can put it up. Let me know. Michael Peebler over on YouTube says, greed and selfish is the problem with some clubs. Well, there's a lot of problems, Michael, a lot of problems.
No, jealousy is the worst.
Yeah.
I never seen a sport so bloody jealous. Bloody jealous. Guys, forget being jealous. It's okay. We're all losers. Picture yourselves all as losers.
Mike says that's amazing. Yeah, we're pretty excited about this one bird, two bird, five
And
bird.
hold on.
Mhm.
The five bird is not up on our site, Leah. We're going to get it up hopefully this
Can
week
I
or
ask you a
next.
question?
Just
Is
hold
the
on.
five bird going to go up on its own?
Hold on. The
Yeah.
five bird knockout is this. And I'm going to explain this. You pick 5 birds before the season starts. 5 of them.
You nominate.
You nominate them. You submit the numbers a week before. Those are your 5. And they go 9 weeks. Those 5 pigeons compete against the other guy's 5, the other guy's 5, and the other guy's 5. The overall average speed winner will win the pot. Remember, in the 1 bird, the 2 bird, and the 5 bird league, it's a buy-in. It's a buy-in. It's not free. It's a buy-in. It's a specialty race. And you know what?
So the one bird league, there'll be a winner every week.
Every week.
And the two bird league,
There'll
it's
be
going to be the first bird that comes in after
yeah,
a two bird.
and you can switch those. Those birds you can switch.
That's
but
right.
that 5 bird, it's a nomination.
So on a weekly basis,
yes,
that 5 bird league
has to stay the same 5 birds.
No. So let's say this week I got the first out of the 5 bird league.
You're going to do it on average speed. It only wins on average.
At the end.
Only wins on average at the end. 9 weeks at the end.
So at the end, if on the 5 bird league, if I'm the only one with
the first
one bird left,
you're going to win it. But you
got
to do it. And if you don't, the money carries over.
Now, if I have 1 bird left, but Bob has 3 birds left.
But you beat him but you beat him in the average speed.
Okay.
Average speed. That will base only on average.
Henry has a good question. Do they have to be your pigeons?
What?
Do they have to be your pigeons? Well, how would you clock them?
Well, you got to have a clock. You have to have a clock.
There has to be, and here's another thing. You can't be in the 1 bird, the 2 bird, or the 5 bird if you don't have a clocking system. Yeah. We're not gambling money on cell phones. Cell phones is for fun. And they have to be your pigeons. So if you're in your loft, Henry, and you say, hey, and Henry, he's a new guy. He loves it. It's great. Maybe Henry's going to say this year he wants to be in the 2 bird league only. You buy into the 2 bird league, and that's what you play in. But yes,
Yeah.
they have to be your pigeons at your loft. If Dave Ottaway gave you pigeons to fly, that's okay.
Yeah.
They're in your loft.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Sydney Madison says, believe it or not, but the horse world is a lot more petty and jealous than the pigeon world. Oh, give it time, Sydney. You're just starting.
Poor Sydney.
No, I think in any competitive sport,
You're always going to
you
get
know
it.
what?
I'm just telling you this right
Just
now.
wait a minute.
I built a cornhole board here. I've built one. I might be leaving pigeons to go to cornhole
Right.
to see how petty it is.
It does.
And
You
look,
know what?
and look, they look so nice. Look at the sun setting on them. Look, Ryan's making some cornhole,
Beautiful.
aka pigeonhole boards for some fun and festivities on this
That was the most
Saturday.
he ever moved.
Right,
Hold
Ryan?
on.
What's he doing?
I don't know. Oh, there we go.
What's going on now?
Yeah, that's good, Ryan. He's just moving the cameras.
Oh.
Guido has a good question. Hold on. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just think in life, it doesn't matter whoever lives on this pile of dirt here can be robins, crows, whatever. The whole world is competitive.
It's
And that's it.
competitive,
Okay.
jealousy. It's all the same.
It's the same. I mean, you know.
And you know what? I'm going to say something here at Pioneer. When the guy wins the race, who's ever in that room on Friday night to ship those birds, we're all going to give him a round of applause. And we're going to give him a real one. It's good. It's great to say, hey, congratulations, you're the winner. Don't be an asshole.
Henry, let's get to the comments and wrap this up because it's going to be dark soon, and I know the birds have to go into each. Henry says, "Can I nominate, say, Ricky's birds?" Well, you know what? Come to the. You're going to come on Saturday, Henry. Come to the meeting, and we're going to talk all about. Maybe we can work out something fun where guys want to nominate other guys' birds or create teams out of.
Idea.
That's a great idea.
So he's
create
saying
teams
nominate
out of
my.
Yeah, create teams out of other guys' birds, or maybe we could do one race where if guys want to pick a team of 5, like maybe mid-season when they've seen how everybody's doing, and they want to pick 5 birds off of different guys' teams and create their own little fantasy loft, we could do that.
I see. Yeah, that goes to show you that the Pioneer Club is about evolution. Change.
Now you guys know where Ryan gets it from.
Now,
Clamico? You ever had a Clamico kitty?
Wait a minute, Ball. Don't make phone.
Moving on. Guido says
next week Ricky will be here from Scotland.
Oh boy. And Michael Peebler's asking, do we have the USA hat still available? Yes, we do. Michael.
See, there you go.
Yes,
thanks,
we do.
Michael. And believe it or not,
I've worn the hat 5 times and didn't sell one. I hate you.
I don't ever wear hats. And my Chihuahua dog, she was watching me from 50 feet away.
She didn't know who you were.
No. And she stood there and she looked at me. And she put her back, her hair went up on her back. Like,
who are you? He never wears a hat. All right, Ray.
Okay. Guido's asking, if bands go on sale in June, what criteria makes a young bird or old bird the following year?
Do you want me to take that, Leah?
Yes,
okay, so Guido. So this is quite simple. I don't have the necklace on, and I should have them for these shows. I'll have it on next week. You purchase the bands, the club membership. You purchase them. You can buy them in July or the first week of July. You have to double band your bird. So on one leg, you can pick. You want to have a CU, an AU, an IF, a Belgium, a Dutch band, a Polish band. As long as it's registered by the FCI, you put it on one leg, and you put our band on the other. And our band can go on, and the electronic band will fit alongside of it. No problem. We've measured it all out, so that's not a problem. So your bird's going to have, Guido, let's say you have your own custom bands that say Pigeon Empire. FCI approved on one leg, our band on the other, and the electronic band will go with it.
Right.
Done.
And the birds should be I mean, in order to get
and hold on. No,
your
just
CUIF.
don't overcomplicate it. We're selling the bands starting in July because I don't want to hear the excuse like I heard this year. You didn't get your band soon enough.
Right.
You have a lot of months to get
a lot
them.
of time to think.
Sorry.
Plan your course.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hopefully that answers that question. Dave says there are poor sports in every animal, hobby, or profession, 100%. Tracy says, not pigeon related, but I managed to get myself kicked out of things too. Tracy, we knew we were kindred spirits with Tracy, didn't we? It's funny how we all find each other in some way.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I went into a modeling thing, and they threw me out because they said I wasn't good enough.
Next question. Go ahead, Leah.
Mike Sheridan says, I could race pigeons without owning any. Sounds good. There you go.
Yes.
Mike, if you are in and around the area this Saturday and you want to come on down to the Pioneer Club to our club meeting and barbecue, come on down. I know my dad would love to see you again. Would be great to have you. Come on down.
Hold on. And I will have, there's going to be something special, Leah. The Pioneer auction birds, they will be on display this weekend. Pedigrees won't be with them, but the birds will be on display.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so the birds that will be coming up for auction, where you can purchase and have fly for you in the Pioneer Youngbird Invitational, we will have them on display this Saturday, and you can come on down and handle them if you'd like, to give you an idea of how they handle and what they feel like if you want to bid on them. That auction's coming up in a couple weeks.
Yes.
Mid-June, I believe, right?
Yes, mid-June.
I think the 13th, I think we're going to aim for June the 13th. It'll open. It'll go Sunday to Sunday at featherselitepigeonauctions.com. Somebody else was asking if we're going to be running that auction the same way we do our regular Feathers Elite Pigeon auctions. Absolutely, 100%. They will be run the same way. We will do a show with all the birds. We'll talk about each bird. We'll talk about the breeders. So yes, everything the same way that we do in the wintertime with our auction site. I think that's it. Okay. I think we're going to wrap this show up because it's been a long one and a good one. Reminding everybody again to please come out on Saturday. I'm going to throw up the flyer again in case you guys didn't see it. There we go. Come on down to the Pioneer Club on Saturday for a club meeting, meet and greet, a Benzing live demo, and barbecue, plus a little bit of pigeonhole fun. Festivities start at 3 o'clock. If you guys could please send us a PM or let Ryan know who's coming, how many of you are coming. Bring your wives if you want. You could bring the kids if you want. Everybody is welcome. If you're not a member but might be interested in becoming a member, we invite you to come on down, meet Ryan and Richard and myself and all of the great club members we have already.
Say one thing. Bring a friend.
Oh,
bring a friend.
That's it. Bring a pigeon friend. Or even somebody who's not even a pigeon friend. Bring somebody.
Just bring a friend.
You never know who you can get involved.
Hey, listen. You're a pigeon person. You love pigeons. Somebody you know is a friend. They don't know anything about it. And they might look at you and say, what? Pigeons? You got to be cuckoo. Well, wait a minute. Come on for a few hours. Bring a friend over and let them see this part of our world.
Perfect. Good.
Right?
Well said.
That's right.
That's what I'm going to say, right?
Have a little barbecue and play some pigeonhole and maybe give away a few prizes. It's going to be a fun time, and we look forward to kicking off the season this way. Rita says, thank you, Pioneer family. Thank you, Rita. We hope to see you on Saturday. I will be there. We invite all the ladies to come out. Barbie and Gerard, Gerard and Barbie. Barbie, make sure you come. Henry's wife, Mo, everybody. Bring your significant other. We really want to make this a little family, and we want to get the wives involved. We got a great group of people, and we already have a great group of ladies. I think Kathy Eichhorn's coming. I think Emily Eichhorn will be here. I think Stella Dietrich is going to help with the cooking. So it's going to be a good time. There's going to be lots of ladies, so don't feel weird about coming.
Very nice. I just want to say one thing. I have a hot tub, and we're only allowing 12 in the hot tub.
Derek's coming too.
Okay.
All right,
And
hey,
if I'm
Leah,
if I'm
Okay,
gonna sign
we're
off,
gonna wrap
I'm gonna
this up.
sign off with one thing.
you sign off, and then I'm gonna take it from here. Oh shit!
That's great, Dad. Good job.
Inch by inch, brick by brick, mile by mile. Leah, you've done a great show. Guests, thank you for all the interaction all around the world. Thank you. We're gonna bring these birds in here now at Pioneer Village. So tune in about 10 or 15 minutes. We'll bring them in. And that's it. I'm done.
That's
You
it.
take it away, Leah.
Thanks, guys. Join us next Monday for another edition of the Pioneer Family Show. And join Ryan in about 10 or 20 when he brings in the Pioneer Birds. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Leah, that's Ryan, and Loft Manager Richard. And we are from the Pioneer Racing Pigeon Club of Ontario. We want to thank you guys for flying with us.
Bye for now.